Hi there, I'm going to show you some tips and tricks for leaving feedback on Seesaw, some of the basics, but also some of the tools that you might not know how to use or might not have used before. So let's dive straight in. I'm using Seesaw on my iPad for this, but everything I'm about to show you also works on the desktop version as well. So I'm loading my Seesaw app. I'm already on the class that I want to leave feedback on, but a reminder, if you can't access your class, especially if you're covering multiple classes for learning assistants, you can scroll down the left to the different Seesaw classes that you have access to. So I went into Soraya's home practice class, and I know I'm going to leave some specific feedback on Raya's piece of work. So I'm going to find Raya down here. If you wanted to access the whole class, you can access it just via the journal, and you'll see all the approved posts that feature here. So here's the journal of all the approved posts. For learning assistants, if you leave comments only on the approved posts, there's no confusion then with teachers missing posts that haven't been approved just yet. So here's a piece of work, that's Raya's maths work. I'm going to leave a comment on. So there's multiple things I can do here. In its simplest form, I can give it a like by clicking the like button. I can leave a comment by typing a comment in here. So great presentation and clear calculations. So I can leave her a typed comment. I can also leave a verbal comment if I wish. So I'm going to add the comments, and instead of typing it, I'm going to click the little microphone to the right hand side. Click the button to begin recording. Well done, Raya. I really like what you've done here with your maths. I can see you've worked hard on your presentation. Just be careful when you're doing the inverse of multiplication that you're not getting it confused with the inverse of subtraction. Click in the green tick. I can listen to it back, and if I'm happy with it, click the green tick again on that piece of work. So a couple of different ways of leaving some basic feedback on the Seesaw posts just there. Something that you might not have seen though is leaving feedback where you're annotating the actual piece of work. So let's jump straight in and do that now. On the approved piece of work, if I click the three dots on the right hand side, if I go to copy and edit or edit post, in this case I'm going to do edit post. I've got Raya's piece of work that's loaded up. And what I want to do here is give her some more detailed feedback, because I can see perhaps she's made some errors here, and I want to pinpoint those errors to her. So by clicking the microphone tool, I'm going to be doing a screen record. So anything that I now record on the screen, including my voice, and you can see the timer's ticking already, is now recorded. So let's have a go. I'm going to use the pens and the highlighters to identify this for Raya. So, well done, Raya, you've worked really hard on your maths. I like the way that you've presented it, although I can see in a couple of places you haven't quite got your digits just here, one digit per box. So let's remember to do that one. So just for the purpose of the video, I'm using the pen tool, and whilst I'm narrating it, I'm doing it on the piece of work as well. Okay, I can also see that whilst you've got the answers correct here, perhaps there's an error that you've made just with this one. So have a think about this one for me, if you can. I'm wondering as well if you can just double check, and I'm just changing the tools here as I go through. I wonder if you can double check this one here for me. All right. Thanks very much, Raya. And then I'm going to click the green done. I'm now going to click the green tick again. So what Raya will now see on her piece of work is a video that she can play and watch back. This is really handy for feedback, because I can now, maybe she needs to go make some corrections on the piece of work, and she can then come back to me with it further. This works really well on writing pieces. So let's do on this second piece of work here, let's do that. So I'm going to click the three dots, click edit post. I'm going to try this time to do it for the other video. So screen record. Well done, Raya. I really like your biography on Lewis Hamilton. You've got lots of really good details here, but I can see in a couple of places that you're missing some punctuation. So just check your punctuation here and also here. Can you also think about this sentence here, and can you extend this sentence for me. So I think it needs a bit more detail added in here for me. Here, I like that you've put he's the best. But what is he the best at? Can you expand on this idea for me? So tell me a bit more why he's the best as well. So have a look through, check in your punctuation and expand in your details. Click in done and click the green tick again. There are just a couple of different ways you can leave feedback on Seesaw. For learning assistants, certainly use the like and the comments. For teachers, have a go at annotating over the piece of work and giving some feedback in that way so that you can get the feedback loop going with children. Hope that was useful.